Good morning, myself Dhruv Jha. Today our topic is our nervous system. First of all, we are talking about, who helps you to remember the way to your school? Who tells you to immediately remove your hand when you touch something hot? It is your nervous system that performs all these tasks and many of them. The nervous system controls the activities of all the other organ systems of our body. This system consists of the brain, spinal cord, and nerves. Let's gather more knowledge about them. First of all, we are talking about our brain. The brain is the boss or the control center of our body. It controls all body parts and their activities. Our brain performs many functions, such like, it coordinates and controls body processes like breathing, digestion of food, etc. It controls the movement of the body and its various parts. It interprets sensations and allows the body to react accordingly. For example, when you touch anything hot, your brain immediately sends signals to your hand to withdraw from there. It enables us to think, learn, memorize, and apply logic. The brain is protected by the skull. It has three parts: the cerebrum, cerebellum, and brainstem. First of all, we are talking about the part cerebellum. The cerebrum. So the cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. It is responsible for thinking and reasoning. It controls our thoughts, memory, intelligence, learning, and our sense organs. Now, the second part of the brain is cerebellum. The cerebellum is situated at the back of the brain below the cerebrum. It controls balance, movement, and muscle coordination. It is because of cerebellum, only that we can stand upright, move around, and maintain our balance. Now, we are talking about the third part of our brain, brainstem. The brainstem, also known as the medulla, lies beneath the cerebellum. It connects the rest of the brain to the spinal cord. It controls vital activities like breathing, digestion, and blood circulation. All information to and from our body passes, through the medulla on the way to or, from the brain. Now, we are talking about spinal cord. The spinal cord is a long, thick bundle of nerves that extends from the medulla. It is surrounded and protected by the bony vertebral column. However, the length of the spinal cord is much shorter than the length of the vertebral column. It transfers information between the brain and the rest of our body through nerves. Now we are talking about nerves. Nerves form a network of pathways, for conducting information throughout the body. They transfer message to and from the brain so that it can function efficiently. There are three kinds of nerves: sensory nerves, motor nerves, and mixed nerves. First of all, we are talking about sensory nerves. Sensory nerves bring message from the sense organ to the brain. Motor nerves carry message from the brain to other parts of the body. Third is mixed nerves. Mixed nerves carry message to and from the brain. Now we are talking about actions of the body. In daily life, our body performs many different actions. These can be categorized into two main types: voluntary actions and involuntary actions. Now we are talking what is voluntary actions and involuntary actions. First of all, voluntary actions. A voluntary action is any action that we do out of our will, or we do it consciously. For example, when we feel hungry, we pick up a fruit and eat it. Now we are talking about involuntary actions. And involuntary actions is any actions which occurs without or conscious choice or will. For example, breathing of the heart. A reflex action is also an involuntary action. It is nearly instantaneous, that means very quick movement in response to a stimulus. It is an automatic action. For example, you sneeze when dust particles or some other particles like chili powder enter your nose. So, reflex actions are the results of messages sent to and by the spinal cord. Now we are talking about, some actions like, now we are talking about, sense organs. So, sense organs are specialized organs such as eye, ear, tongue, nose, or skin that is sensitive to a stimulus such as sound, light, smell, etc. is known as a sense organ. These organs collect information and send it to the brain through the sensory nerves. The brain then interprets the information and tells us what we have sensed. Let's collect more information on each of the sense organs. Eyes. Eyes help us to see different things around us. They act like a camera and take a picture of the things that we look at. This picture is then sent to the brain, which interprets it and tells us what we have seen. The eyes are very sensitive and important part of the body. They are therefore protected by the eyebrows, eyelashes, and eyelids from dust, sweat, strong light, and injury. The eyes are also protected by tears, which constantly, bath the front of the eye, keeping it clean and moist. Now we are talking about ears. Ears helps us to hear different sounds. They also help us to keep our balance. Now we are talking about tongue. Our tongue helps us to taste things. The tongue has different regions covered with teeny taste buds. These taste buds help us in identifying the taste of the food we eat. We have taste buds which can detect sweet, sour, salty, and bitter taste. The tongue also helps us to speak. Now we are talking about our other parts, nose, other sense organs. The nose helps us to smell different odors. It also helps us in breathing. Now we are talking about the skin. The skin is found all over the body as it covers the entire body. There are many tiny nerves ending in the skin which give us information about the things with which our body comes in contact. The skin helps us to feel heat, cold, pain, and pressure.